Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another video of Thrills with Outside. I'm Alfred, aka Mr. The Blind. You guys know it, with another video here, this time HHN. We're at our favorite place and we just wanted to kind of like do a little quick ranking. Last night we had a chance to do pretty much all the houses. It was amazing. It was our second HHN. And what would you say about it?
It was very good. I think we did all of them, right?
Yeah, we pretty much did all of them and in 3 hours actually. So we wanted to give you like a little quick ranking, take you guys with us today and tell you which house was our favorite one. So that way, if you guys haven't been to HHN yet, you guys can do it.
Awesome.
All right, so first to say that we actually did Stay and Scream. And for those of you who don't know, Stay and Scream is this very cool thing that you can do with your HHN. It's a separate ticketed thing, just like HHN. Remember, HHN is a separate ticketed event. If you don't have an annual pass holder, that includes your HHN tickets, such as the Premier Pass, which is the top tier pass. Stay and Scream pretty much allows you anywhere from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m., which is when the park closes, to get into a holding location. Usually it's the New York area, in Universal Studios, the Minions area. And what it does, it allows you to check in earlier before the event officially starts at 6:30. And you can check in for one of the houses, such as Ghostbusters, Insidious, and A Quiet Place. Those are some of the 3 major ones that they have this year, and we did that, and that's how we were able to get our night started. Usually Stay and Scream goes for anywhere between like $50 to $70 extra for the ticket, so you guys can check that out along with your HHN tickets.
So of course, if you're doing Stay and Scream, I would highly suggest that you do the most popular houses first, such as Insidious or A Quiet Place or some of those other ones, because especially the ones that are affiliated with movies and shows, because people know what the storyline is and kind of want to see it. And also the houses that are oriented more towards the entrance of the park, everyone goes to first, whereas the ones in the back, not as many people go to. So I would definitely say get the biggest ones as close as you can to the entrance done, the biggest ones, and then move towards the back where there's not as much wait time.
And now for the ranking, I would say among my top 5, I would say my number 5 is definitely Goblin's Fist. That one was really cool. Definitely, as a blind person, I can say they were very loud. They had a lot of like noises, which I do like, because sometimes I kind of don't like going through houses that are very visual, because obviously, well, I mean, it's kind of hard, obviously, for me, because it's all visual. But this one actually had some jump scares that I can actually appreciate. It did get me a couple of times, so I would say that one was definitely among my top 5. I do like everything that has kind of like to do with fantasy, goblins, Harry Potter. Huge fan. So anything that kind of has this like whole like fantasy vibe is kind of my thing. So I would say definitely this year I would put Goblin's Feast top 5.
So I'd say my number 5 would definitely be Ghostbusters. It was good, but it was a little bit more kind of on the showy side, and some of the scare parts weren't as thrilling, but I appreciated a lot of the design that went into it.
Also, if you see someone here in the background, that is just Brett. That is just pushing me in the wheelchair. But I would say for my number 4, I would say is the Universal's Monsters at Eternal Bloodline. I love the Van Helsing movie, and this one kind of like takes inspiration on it without spoiling too much. So I kind of love the Universal Monsters is always kind of like a classic for me and for a lot of people. So I actually like the fact that they kind of like included all these movies into kind of like one little storyline. They definitely had a lot of noises again, and I just give it credit. I think it's number 4 because of that, just because it's, well, we're in Universal, it's kind of classic Universal Monsters, and that's, I'd say, my favorite, one of my favorite for number 4.
Number 4, I would probably have to say Universal Monsters Eternals. That one was a really good one too. It had a lot of effects going on, and some of the jump scares were pretty good.
number 3, I would say it is definitely A Quiet Place. I love A Quiet Place. I know, especially the first movie. I think the first movie is one of the best ones. The second one is still good. That's all I'm gonna say about those. Not to spoil too much, obviously, but I say definitely A Quiet Place, the house. When I heard they were gonna do it, I kind of told Brett, we're like, oh my god, we gotta do HHN this year again, because I do like the franchise. I think it's very interesting, from a visually impaired point of view. The fact that it's kind of ironic that you can make noise because these creatures have like super sensory hearing, and it kind of in a way relates to me. I mean, it's kind of weird and creepy, but it does. It kind of, I don't know, I found a connection with it. So I actually did like the house. I tried to stay as quiet as I could. Definitely there are some good jump scares there. So if you haven't seen the movies, I would really recommend you watch the movie so you kind of get an idea of what's going on. Because there's a lot of references, like Brett was saying, like a lot of the movie, the houses that are related to movies, they're very like very like kind of related with what happens in the storyline of the movie itself. So I would recommend kind of like checking out the movie so you get an idea of what's going on. Also, another thing I did wanted to bring up, and it's very important, about the disability pass with Universal. For any of those who actually have the disability pass or are able to meet the needs, your disability pass does work actually for HHN. Since I've been seeing a lot of questions as if the disability pass will work for it, yes, it works just like a regular attraction. You still get a return time if the wait time for the houses is 30 minutes or more. And then if it's not, then you can just go right away, just as you would in any attraction. In addition also to the disability pass at Universal, one other thing I did wanted to bring up, and it's a little tip for you guys, is for those who are actually in wheelchairs or in the mobility scooters, you can actually leave your wheelchair outside if you wish. So if you're able to walk through the house, you actually do have that option. You can talk to the team members and you can leave it at the entrance of the houses, and they actually are accommodating with that. But needless to say that all the houses are actually ADA accessible, so you can actually go through the house with your wheelchair if you need so. It's a little dark in there, so it's kind of hard to navigate the corners, especially like I was saying, some of the houses like Insidious for example are very, very narrow. So just a little quick tip, if you are able to walk through the house and you want to leave your wheelchair outside, you are actually able to do so.
For my third one, I would probably have to say Goblin's Feast. That one was actually a really cool one. The scaring part was good, but I really liked a lot of the decor and a lot of the features that were in the house. And some of the animatronics that they used were really, really good. It was highly detailed.
Also, just a little quick second to appreciate this land. It's so cute. I know, especially since they did the new renovation of the Kids Land and DreamWorks. It's definitely, I love Shrek. I think a lot of us grow with it, so I love this whole area. Brett is actually enjoying the little Shretzel, right, Brett?
Well, I ate his ears already.
That's why I'm saying part of the Shretzel. It's actually really good. We love this area. For number 2, I would say it was Insidious. Insidious definitely is a very scary franchise. I only seen the first and the second movie. They're very, very, very scary. And the house was indeed very scary. Even for me that I didn't see a lot of the visual stuff, Brett was jumping and getting scared, so it was hard for him. Yes, you were. It was hard for him to even describe me the whole thing. But I was even like yelling and screaming because it was very kind of like ominous, very, very, very narrow too. Like there's like a lot of like drapes and curtains and things like that you kind of go through, and it's kind of like, it's scary even for me because you don't know what's gonna be on the other side, and there's a lot of like loud noises. So I would say if you really get scared, I want to think about that one. But regardless, I mean, it's HHN. We're kind of here to live the experience. I am not the huge like Halloween super fan, but I like to give things a try, and I gave it a try last year for the first time. I liked it, so I gave it a try again this time, and I had a blast. So definitely, if you like the Insidious franchise, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. I think it's gonna be great. And that's why I put it on my second, because definitely they scare you really good. Which, by the way, guys, if you really are enjoying this video that we're making with so much love for you all to be having a blast when you come to HHN, please just consider subscribing. It really helps the channel a lot. Please consider liking and leaving a little comment. It really boosts the engagement, so that way we can reach more people and more people can have all this information that we're providing for you.
Number 2 would definitely have to be Monstrous. That one was also very good too. I don't speak that much Spanish, barely any, but I could really appreciate a lot of the storyline, and the effects were really good. The sound effects were really good, the visuals, and also there's a lot of smells and scents that they put into it that kind of like reek and actually add to the experience, so I thought that was very cool.
Anyway, continuing with our ranking with this delicious drink. This is the Ocean's Attack.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah,
Are you sure?
we're ready.
Da-da, 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 da-da. Too slow.
Oh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You say I'm too slow. Here we are. Do you want a strawberry?
Not the alcoholic version. Very good alcohol today, but it's so good here at Chez Alcatraz. If you guys haven't tried this drink, I would definitely recommend. It comes with a little show, as you saw. And cheers to you. Let's continue with our ranking. And then for number 1, I would have to say is Monstruos, the Monsters of Latin America. I am from Latin America. I'm originally from Venezuela, so I can definitely relate and identify myself with all these stories that I heard when I was a kid. So it makes it even more scary for me, I guess. Hearing all the, the legends that they kind of like tell you in the house, it definitely gave me all the goosebumps immediately when I stepped in. So that's how I would say that was my number 1. It was actually very cool though, because I love the representation. I love the theming of the house. I think it's actually the most scary for me because I relate to it. So that one, I would say, is one that you should definitely try. A lot of people say, like, Insidious is the most scary, and I respect that opinion, but I think actually this one is one that a little bit underrated. Like it definitely is very scary as well. It definitely has a lot of jump scares, and I say you guys should definitely try it.
To what Alfred said, Insidious actually does have a lot of great jump scares, but Monstrous is just got this, in my opinion, a really creepy and kind of eerie feeling, especially with the storytelling. I think makes it a little bit more ominous. And then number 1 would definitely have to be Insidious. That one I didn't think would scare me as much, but it's got a lot of good jump scares. I'd say Goblin's Feast was better with the decor, but Insidious was very good with the scaring, and there were some parts where you can't tell what's a scare actor and what's part of the decor, like a mannequin, so that was like really creepy, and it's like very low vision, or like very dark in there, and a lot of smoke, so it kind of disorients you, and I thought that was really cool.
Alright guys, and with all those tips on what to do or how to experience HHN in a little more organized way, we hope that you guys enjoy watching this video. We really did it with all the love, and there's only one little last tip that I can give you, and it's just to enjoy your time. HHN is really fun, especially if you're with friends or with loved ones, family, so just take your time, do what you feel like you want to do, and just enjoy it. And I hope you have a scary time, and don't forget to please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.